Sorry, this is an add-on again. I keep reading these because they're just, when I say they hit home, like it's so good. There's one that said, God is more pleased when we are just and fair than when we give him gifts. And I don't know if you recall, it was like last year or the year before when I was starting to really listen to readers more and like kind of understand what they were trying to say, like translated into how I would say it. There was a lot that would say, give thanks to your ancestors, your guides, your spirit guides, all these things. Which in Catholicism, they say it like, give thanks to, like pray to certain angels, right? Like they would call them angels. Other religions would say like deities. Other religions would say, like, they're all saying the same thing, but they're using it in their language. And of course they believe their language is the correct language. And then they look down on anybody who uses a different language, which if you hear that simplicity of it, it's like, oh, well, that's stupid. That's ignorance, right? Nonetheless, I always had a hard time with that because I see them, right? I see the energy and I speak with them and I engage with them and I love them and I thank them and I give my heart appreciation to them. And I always tell them, whatever you want. If you want to jump in and taste something, enjoy something, go do something, like whatever. I love you. I love this. This is fantastic. So, because they don't have a bodysuit. So to me, to put out, not that you can't do that, that's beautiful. I'm not, do whatever I think that's beautiful. I'm certainly not talking down on it at all. Do you. But for me, it was always really challenging for me to understand that concept of putting out liquor or food or fruit or anything for the invisible, because the gesture is beautiful if it's coming from the heart, the sentiment, all these things, beautiful. Again, do you please? I am not, I'm just speaking from me, human Karin, of like, I struggled with that because I also struggle with waste and I struggle with all this thing. And it's like, no, it's not wasteful to give to, not at all. So that's why I'm saying, please don't look at it that way. I'm just trying to spit out my point of view where I was really struggling with that. And I was like, food sitting there going bad is of no use. But if you want to hop in and utilize my body to enjoy that food, I'm happy to go make whatever, go buy whatever you want, right? Do you want to go swimming in the ocean? And do you see what I'm saying? Like, to me, it was like, without the vessel, it's like we need each other. They need me, I need them, right? Like in that sense. So it's like, the sentiment is a beautiful sentiment, but it's like, well, it's like they're sitting here, like they show me sometimes, like they would sit there and like sit around the food, like, well, that sure looks lovely. Well, isn't that nice? What a nice sentiment. Like, what good's that going to do me, right? But they can enjoy energy. They can feel that energy. You can give them energy, like that love. And so that's the translation, right? So it's like they do enjoy the sentiment that does warm their heart in that sense, right? But they don't have that feeling body. It's not like that on that side. It's not that emotional range and all that stuff. So it's like, to me, it's more beneficial to do it the way I said. And I did struggle with that. I kept going back and forth with them, trying to understand and translate and determine and see where they were directing me. And there's another few places they've taken me. I don't think I've read this one before. This one's in Proverbs, but they all say the same thing. So I'm sure it's in all the other books or somewhere in the other books. But it does say God was more pleased when we are just and fair than when we give him gifts, right? Because God does not need gifts from us silly little humans, right? Like, we're not doing him any favors. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's such a, to me, that's like a silly concept. He does not need us, but we sure the fuck need him. And so it's like, that's the idea of like, what can we give you? Well, you can give me the best version of you, right? Be your best version so he can flow through clearly, right? He's trying to get through to all of us. And yet we can't hear when we're preoccupied with our ego, our shadow, our lower selves. When we're tangoing with the devil, it's like we're ignoring him. We're cutting off that flow. We're cutting off that channel. And so that's not very kind. Yeah, how do I say that? They're showing like, it's like always operating in your south node, in your shadow, gossiping, lower energies, hate, anger, just all the lower end of the scale all week long. And then you slap on a pretty face and go to church and like, wash it all away. I love you. So sorry about all that. And then they turn around and then behave like an asshole again all week. And it's like, well, then you're not really sorry. Wait, there's something about that. It's like an apology is something like it's only worthwhile if there's change. There's some saying, but along those lines, like it has no value, it has no worth, it has no weight if you apologize and yet you don't make the change. Then you're just saying sorry to say sorry. Either one, you think it's the thing that the other person wants to hear. You think God just wants to hear you say those words, but there's no meaning behind it. No, he can see your motive behind it is simply to get from him, to get forgiveness from him. But you don't give a fuck. You're going to go do that again. But, oh, you want to hear that I'm sorry? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. You hear the arrogance? They don't care. They turn around and do the same thing over and over and over again. So not only are you not sorry, you like what you're doing. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. It's thumbing your nose up, right? It's thumbing your nose up to your higher self, that you're not worthy of feeling good. You're not because it's misguided. It's twisted. We've talked about that, where I've been in those places and spaces many a times. I think all of us can, if we're honest. That's the idea of operating from the South Node, where it can feel good. It's the illusion that it feels good. It's the illusion of the less than. It's like the illusion of lust, right? Like when you're in that state, in that space, it's the illusion of what you want. But if you tapped into your heart's desire, it's like, why would I be engaging in all this or settling for this less than, this cheap version? Is this really this is how you want to live your life? This is how you want to be? This is really the space that feels good? And it's like they're just too scared to go to their truest heart's desire. It's like they don't think they're worthy or deserving of everything they'd ever want. So they settle for that, saying, yeah, no, this is good. I love this. Right? It's like they're lying to themselves, but they can't even feel it or see it. And on the very, very surface, it really does feel good, right? Like on the surface. So it's like falling to that illusion. It's in other words, that's the twist that I mean. It's like, it's upside down where you're like, I thought this did feel good. I thought I did want this. I thought I was having fun. Oh, I wasn't even being honest with myself. Oh, I really wasn't honoring myself. Oh, I really wasn't loving myself. It's like once you start to really look at it and go further and further in, you're like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? How did I get bumped over my little head? How did I get flipped upside down? How was I operating from my south? Well, how did that happen? Right? It's like you wake up to it and then you got to eat through that karma. You have to forgive yourself. You have to realign with yourself. You have to prove to yourself once more that you do love yourself, that you do love your higher self. You do want to be in your north node, this idea. Okay, I can tell I'm going into bAbBLE mode. I feel like it's been like that all morning. It's almost like, it's funny. It's like almost when they start to show me stuff in the Bible and Rumi and these different spaces, I get so consumed by it because it does feel good to hear truth. It does. It's like so satiating, isn't it? It's like being in the desert and then all of a sudden an actual true glass of water with electrolytes and everything, right? Like they put in all the goods into the water as well. You take that first sip and my God, right? And you can't get enough. But it's like that fine line where it's like I literally could sit here and gobble this up all day, but I do want to start moving. I do need to move my body and get on with the day. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.